So for the ceiling we are going to use some bamboo. We got them in rolls. We decided to go with it because it's really easy to work with. You can easily flex it to your ceiling. It's also lightweight. We saw this Dutch Wondervan using the same technique, so we thought why not do the same. Advantage of the bamboo is that you can easily cut them to size that you need, and you can glue them on to some wood, so it's easy to attach to the ceiling. Hi, this is future Bobby and Eric here, and before we continue the video, we wanted to share a few things about this. Might have not been completely honest about building the ceiling.
The process right before this clip is that we've been looking for 2 weeks on how we're actually gonna hang up the ceiling. We're done with it, we were fighting about it, we were really demotivated on it. The rest of the video, it is true, it went quite easy once we figured out how to actually do it. With that out of the way, please continue the video, and we love to hear your thoughts.
Actually, we already started putting up the bamboo, but without the wood panels, and we have some difficulties finding our studs where we have to attach it. This is why we are going to remove these 2 panels and use some wood and then glue on the bamboo to that. Our first ceiling panel is up. We are not covering the full width of the van. It doesn't matter if you have some gap, because we are going to put the bamboo on it, so it will just overlay it. Bobby is cutting the second piece that we are going to put in the front next to ventilation, right here. Making the last cuts for our ceiling. We had to add some extra support, so it's going to be flush with the ventilation, and the holes are prepared for the ceiling cabinets all the way. So you're on the right track.
So we have all the wood pieces up. We also connected all the electricity for the air vent. It's all the cables are either under the wood or it's running all up here. Now we put a rope up from the beginning of the van until the end, and this will be our guide for our LED lights. There we have all the rails. We'll screw them in right now, and then we can start with the bamboo.
Frame is in for the LED panel. We are putting in the LED as well. It looks really smooth. This one is with the cover, so it looks awesome. Now what we are doing is we made an U shape so we can connect them here. And for that we just have to apply some special connections. So one thing that's really important when you're doing electricity, that always check before you cover up things. So we had to check the LED. It's working all the way, and we are running on solar panel, actually all solar energy, because we still don't have a battery, so it might go off, but it still works and it's looking really nice. We're making some progress with the bamboo. The first piece we are going to put on is by the front ventilation, so we have to make a hole on the bamboo. Luckily nothing is straight on the roof, right Bobby?
Yeah.
So it has to be special made. Cutting the bamboo panels was actually the easy part of the work. Measuring and planning took most of the time, because we didn't want to mess up our limited supplies. We also spent a good amount of time on cutting off the felt from the back of the panels, so it stays invisible when it's on the roof. So last night we finished putting up the first bamboo panel on the ceiling. Have a look at it. It's being held up by some studs that we rented from a building company. It's been drying for 12 hours, right?
Yeah, we just added a thick piece of wood, some thicker pillows to divide the weight a bit, and on this side the ceiling is of course not even, so we added some more wood on that side. So we just removed all the supports and it is stuck, and it also looks quite nice, quite equal to the ceiling. So yeah, we'll move on to the next pieces.
For the attachment we are using two kind of glues. One is this Suda Fix All. It's in gray color, we are using it in the middle. And on the side we're using the same technology, just see-through version, so if anything is outside of the bamboo, then you still won't be able to see it as much. We have the second piece up, and we are going really sure that it stays. We had some bad experience with glue and cold before. We're not rushing it at all, giving it 12 hours at least to dry with all the support.
So this piece will be a little bit more tricky because you have a weird corner here and it's also sticking out on this side. So we try to adjust the piece and now we hope it will fit. It will use some clamps probably to keep it sticked on, but we'll check it out.
On this part where the bamboo is curving, we are using some clamps. We figured it would be the best option to help it stay there with the glue. We shouldn't forget to not close the doors, otherwise they can get off. And we hope for the best. Our first row is up. We have all the studs standing there. We're just gonna take a coffee break and then prepare the next round for tomorrow, because it has to dry overnight. All of the bamboo is up. It all stuck down really nicely. Like we said, we had some specialties with these pieces. We made a little curve here and it's also edging out the door. Plus we have a weird curve here as well and we tried to cut it out. We still have to work off this nicely, but we will also build a wall which will cover most of it. This side we left a little gap open. All of our bolts are in here. Which we'll be using for our top cabinets, and the little edge that we left open, it will be covered by aluminium, so you won't see it in the end. So it is early in the morning and we're going to start putting up our next pieces, which will cover up until our front fence. So at the end we only have a little bit left. We already pre-cut all of our pieces yesterday, and we're doing it very early in the morning so we can maybe put up the other pieces tonight. Super time consuming, but I was rocking it. After a time we became professionals in all different type of glues and figured out which is the best. I just wish we had an electric gun for the glue.
Eric, if there would be one thing we would buy in bulk, what would it be?
Definitely glue. We are going through the third tube just for the ceiling.
The third, I think the fifth, maybe sixth.
I don't even count it. But do you have a new one? The middle row is up, so now it needs like 12 hours to dry again for the glue. In the meantime, we are catching up on some tasks that we missed before, rust proofing this part. For some reason we also had some rust by the front door, so we also painted that, making a window frame on our side window. That was the wish of Bobby. So we have some stuff on our hands, and we're finishing still the last bits of the ceiling as well.
So the ceiling is looking absolutely great. We already started to add some little trim pieces here. We just glued them on with the clear glue as well, and put some duct tape on to hold it. We also had some curved edges, which not for this one, but for that one we needed to add a little support to keep it up. But I think it's looking great. Yeah, it's nicely stuck on. The glue is really strong, so that's a good point. The walls, the roof, the floor, it's all finished. There's some little parts that we still have to fix. Like this side, it's not attached yet to the wall because we have some cables behind it, and we still need to run one cable there. But we have to figure out how to install it first, and then we'll actually screw this on instead of glue it on, so that we can still access the cables if we really need to. Last things as well, we still have a piece here which is not finished, but we might actually add some bamboo here, just like that, so it flows nicely from the ceiling all the way down. But we're waiting until we install the cabinet so that we know not to put the bamboo all the way down. So that's it for this video. This was one of the biggest projects, I think, because we really wanted to look nice. So it took a lot of time, but the result is great. And as you can see, we'll start on with some of our new projects after. But yeah, we'll see you, or we'll tell you more about that in our next video.